Trevor McDonald bids farewell after a career spanning 32 years at ITN. Huw Edwards went to see him to find out why he's leaving, what memories he'll take with him and what he'll miss when he's gone.
He is, quite simply, one of the best-known faces and voices in Britain.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. At one point today, it looked as though...
And he's enjoyed huge popularity as a news presenter. We caught up with him as he prepared to leave the ITV newsroom for the last time, and as he reflected on his first appearance as a newscaster more than 20 years ago.
What I do remember is that I was terrified. And I think that terror lasted for many, many, many years. And it's only very recently that one got fairly accustomed to doing it. And I'm leaving.
Trevor was already an experienced correspondent. He'd covered stories in every part of the world, and he still believes passionately that news matters.
I think news is still desperately important to inform people in a well-balanced, fair and accurate way. I think it's also important because we do have to hold governments to account. And I think we also get the chance when we do the news to speak for those who can't speak for themselves.
What are the biggest programs you've done in terms of stories?
I've always enjoyed the traveling a great deal, and traveling around covering American presidential campaigns has always been tremendous fun. But of course, I did the first interview with Mandela when he was released. I interviewed Saddam Hussein, which whenever I see those images now of him in court, it always comes to mind. Journalists are very good at looking back with a great, great feeling of nostalgia, and I must confess I am guilty of that too.
Britain's first black news presenter has collected a mountain of trophies. They all underline his special place in British television. He's not giving up broadcasting, but there'll be no more news.
Thank you. I think that there comes a time when you would like to move on and do something else. And it's always nice to be able to discern when you should make that time and when you should go. And I have had a great, great, great time. And it's time for someone else.
So Trevor McDonald then. We'll be back with the heads.
Now on ITV1, it's the end of an era as after 30 years, Trevor McDonald presents his very last evening news. It's 10:30.
Guilty of murder. The convict who was released early to kill a city financier in front of his family. Damien Hansen was let out of prison just halfway through his sentence for attempted murder. Only weeks later, he killed a wealthy banker in his own home. Also tonight, French exchange. But has the president...
News in the United States.
And that's the way it looks tonight. And that brings to an end my association with the news at 10:30. Thank you for watching, and thank you for all your generous messages. Good night and goodbye.